Absen bang, ayo welcome bang Kengkong, selamat malam. Nunggu besok jam 8. Bukan di sini jam cok. Selamat malam bang Kengkong. Facecamnya gedean susah lah. Caranya nutupin gua lah. Gua kan lagi main. Karaban ribet ya. Tada. Gue ganti dulu ininya tuh. Pakai bahasa Inggris gue. Gue restart dulu ya. Sorry. Gue mau pakai bahasa Inggris. Restart dulu. Bentar. Nah, kalau harus pakai bahasa Inggris harus restart dulu sih. Alhamdulillah. Oke, gue buka lagi. Semangat bang streamnya. Aku udah like dan share ke grup sekolah. Waduh, bahaya juga ya. Nggak masalah sih, santai ya. Thank you ya udah nge-share nih. Tapi ke grup sekolah kayaknya terlalu wadaw deh. Kita ke karavan ribut dulu ya. Karavan ribut tuh di mana sih? Oh ini karavan ribat, bukan ribut cok.
Which way should we go now? We just need to head a short way towards the desert. It's not far.
Ini suara gamenya kebesaran atau enggak?
I would recommend taking a bodyguard to protect you. If the customer does turn out to be rotten, you can let the bodyguard deal with them. Good point. Bodyguard.
MT bot tuh artinya apa kalau boleh tahu? MT itu kan nama gua.
Oh, look. Isn't that Sino?
Kalau bot itu ya bot-bot aja. Ya kayak bot-bot biasa lah. Lo tau bot gak? MT itu nama gua, singkat.
Remember, Paimon? We can't just disclose the customer's information. Huh? Oh, don't worry. This is Sumeru's General Mahamatra Sino. He's the leader of the mantra and always takes criminal activity very seriously. Wow. How do you know so many
Nama gua Muhammad Turmuji.
You better get used to it, Kirara. You wouldn't believe the people I've met since I started traveling with them. Do you have some time now, Sino? Or do you need to go participate in the Genius Invocation Tournament?
Tournament? The tournament has already finished.
Really?
Anjay.
Then how did you do, Sino?
I am now the official king of invocations.
Anjay. Orang mana bang? Lo mau berkunjung ke gua? Jawa Barat gua.
I used Forbidden Hand at the opportune moment and drew. I can explain it later. Anyway, I have time.
Wait, let Paimon catch you up on what's happening.
Orang Jawa Barat gua.
Paimon's parched now. How
Subang gua.
I can accompany you. As Paimon said, it's my duty to
Gua orang
uphold the
Subang.
rules and punish evil.
Sekarang
What do you
lagi
think,
diem di
Kirara?
Bandung gua.
Alright. But remember, you all should hide while I'm delivering the parcel. I know that this customer is suspicious, but they're still my customer until we have any concrete proof otherwise.
Okay.
Oh Cikampek bang, Subangnya di mananya?
I've
Oh
played too
deket
far
dong
away,
kalau
we won't be
Cikampek.
able to hear
Gue
anything
jalan
you're saying.
Pantura.
How will we know if you're in trouble?
Gue Subangnya Subang Pantura. Tinggal lurus doang, nyampe tuh
Not a
Cikampek.
problem. You can just watch my tails.
Your tails? You mean both of them?
Of course, both of them. I'll come up with a way to have the customer confirm the contents of the package. If they turn out to be just an ordinary customer and the package doesn't contain the card backs,
Cikampek
then
ya
I'll
deket
lower
sama
both
gue
of
sama
my
Cikampek.
tails. That'll mean you can just stay hidden. But
Gue Subangnya
if they
Subang
turn out to
Pantura,
be the
bukan
thieves
Subang
we're
atas soalnya.
after, then
Subang
I'll-
bawah gue.
Lay down.
Huh? Why would she do that?
It'd be a signal that we need
Oke
to
siap,
lay
turun aja ya.
down
Semoga
the
mimpi
law.
yang indah. Selamat jalan. Oke. Thank you ya,
No way, I'm
mampirnya.
not getting on the ground.
Thank
That'd
you,
be way
like-nya.
too embarrassing. Besides, don't you think that would look suspicious?
You think so? Then maybe you can use your tails to pound your back.
And why would she do that?
Simple. It'd be signal that she had found the backs we're looking for.
Lucu banget lihat MC. MC gue menganga, cok. Si Lumin menganga. Aduh, astaga. Lu kenapa Lumin?
This is the first time I've met someone as creative with their words as I am. Have you ever considered a career in writing news headlines, Sino?
Banting setir ke dunia jurnalis.
Oh no, don't enable him.
Jangan didukung kegaringannya.
Okay, if we keep standing around talking like this, the package is going to be late. Listen to me. If they're the thieves, I'll lift one tail up and keep the other one down. If you see that, then you can come round them up.
You're not going to lay down?
Tidak jadi tiarap.
No, I'm not laying down.
Nyuruh tiarap mulu anjir. Apa sih?
We're in the middle of nowhere, though. Are you sure this is the right place, Kirara?
Let's see. The address is approximately 100 paces down the road from Caravan Rebot towards the desert, near the first flaming flower.
That's the most suspicious address Paimon's ever heard.
Near the first flaming flower. Oh, we're here.
Gila panas banget, cok. HP gua 23 derajat di belakang.
Huh? There aren't any houses around here.
Maybe the recipient planned on coming here to personally receive the package. I've had customers do that in the past. We're still a little early. In the meantime, why don't the rest of you go find a place to hide? And remember, watch my tails for the signal.
Lihat ekorku sebagai signal.
We'll hide here. This spot is hidden, but with a clear view.
Paimon's sure this recipient's up to no good. Who'd pick up a package
Orang
in
waras
a
mana
place
yang
like
pilih
this?
tempat kayak gini buat ambil paket? Iya, nggak ada yang waras.
I agree. But for the sake of her company's reputation, we'll let her tell us what to do.
Kenapa lu ngomongin ekor sih? Pusing.
What? As in her tails?
Yeah,
Express.
That's right. You must be Mr. Dada Baba?
Where's the package?
Yes. This is your package. Here you go. I recommend that you open it and confirm the contents. I've been running to many places the past few days through all sorts of weather. The contents may have shifted, so it's best to check that everything's intact.
No need. You haven't opened it to see what's inside, have you?
Of course not. That would be against our company policy. But if the contents are valuable, I would still recommend checking them first. If anything turns out to be damaged, I could compensate you now.
I said no need, didn't I? Why are you so persistent?
You know, boss, this little lady's out here all on her own.
We could use that to our advantage, you know.
Hey, you. Are you the only one delivering out here?
Yes, that's right. I wouldn't bring a bunch of people with me to deliver a package. I'm no good at lying. And I can't keep my tails from moving everywhere.
Look, she's getting a signal. But wait, Paimon doesn't recognize that signal at all.
I nearly forgot. This just happens to be my 100th delivery. It's a really special moment for me. If you could let me know what I delivered, it would mean a lot to me.
Her tails are moving all over the place.
Ke segala
She
arah.
needs us to step in or not.
Her tails keep moving and intertwining. They keep pointing in different directions. Maybe she's trying to say that she mixed up her directions. These people aren't the intended recipients.
Seriously? There's no way anyone could get all that just from her tails.
Aduh, kentut 2 kali gua anjir.
Something's not right. I can feel it. And you seem real concerned about this package, Missy.
Oh, no, that's just part of my job. We always care about the customer. Are you really not going to open it?
Come on, boss. Enough talk.
Yeah, nobody will ever know anything happened way out here.
Then do you have a moment to leave a 5-star review?
Sure. I'll leave a 5-star review after you're dead.
They got a knife! Forget the signals. We gotta save Kirara!
Boss, she's got backup.
What are you afraid of? Get him!
Huh? Wait, that's Sino! The General Mahamatra!
Sino?
Here! Kirara, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Had I known you were here, we wouldn't have.
Too late for that. And I don't want to hear any whining from you two either. Clear?
Yes, crystal clear. General Mahamatra, I don't want to go to prison. Can't you just let
Gila
us off
panas
just one
banget tuh
time?
megang yang sebelah sini.
That depends on how honest you are.
We'll tell you everything.
What's inside the package?
Card backs. Genius Invocation TCG card backs that we collected from different nations.
Are they the kind with a treasure chest design on them?
Yeah, that's right. Wait, how'd you know that? We're just a group of treasure hoarders.
Some hoarders were getting fed up recently with just stealing small stuff. They wanted to,
Go on.
They wanted to pull off something big. You know, not just in one nation, all across Tibet.
All across Tibet?
Yeah, we were planning to steal prize treasures from different nations all at the same time. After pulling off a job like that, everyone would recognize us treasure hoarders as the most powerful organization across the world. But, seems like that's not gonna happen now.
So what does any of that have to do with these card backs?
Well, the problem was we didn't know how to communicate our master plan to all the other treasure hoarders. But with how popular Genius Invocation TCG has become recently, somebody suddenly came up with the idea to use cards as a way to communicate our plans without being detected.
So you were the ones who printed these card backs.
Yeah, because every treasure hoarder knows what to do once they see a treasure chest. First you bury it so no one else can take it, then just add a little bit of...
Hey, shut it! You're giving away all our plans.
It appears you consider this ridiculous plan of yours more valuable than your own life.
No, I'll talk. All you need to do is cover it with some wet dirt or sand, then wipe it off after a while. And it'll look like this.
My fellow hoarders, this is the big job we've all been waiting for. Take up your daggers, put on your masks, and round up your sumpter piece. Oh, and for those of you without sumpter piece... Seriously? That's all it says? Ugh, what a waste.
Hey, what do you mean, waste? That message will mobilize the treasure hoarders. He's right. The time and the other details are printed below that.
The Paimon seed. Oh, there it is. Objectively speaking, it's definitely a creative method of communicating information. But then why were you trying to retrieve these card backs?
It's all because some fellow hoarders got addicted to Genius Invocation. All they needed to do was stick to the plan, but they couldn't help themselves and started playing the game. Not only that, they were even using our card backs and showing them off. But that wasn't the worst of it. Some of them ended up losing our card backs to other players.
Ah, you were afraid that your plans would be exposed, so you dispatched members to quickly retrieve the card backs that had been scattered into the markets.
Not just the ones on the markets. We collected all our treasure chest card backs and we had them shipped back. We feared that our plans had already been discovered, so we were preparing to print another set of card backs. They would indicate a different time to initiate the operation, and we'd redistribute them. But to take every precaution, we raised funding for everyone to send us the backs via Komini Express. That way we could guarantee the card backs would arrive safely and on time.
Huh? Oh, thanks for the compliments.
So the senders would stay at their original location to ensure that the operation could continue moving forward. Now that I think about it, that must be why the treasure hoarders came after the person who sold the card back in Mondstadt. Oh, right! It's no wonder we were running into the treasure hoarders left and right. They wanted to be sure that anyone involved stayed quiet.
There. I told you everything I know. Hopefully that will help us make up for our mistakes. Please, Mahamatra Sino, show us mercy.
You'll each receive your due punishment. Enough talk. Come with me.
Come with me. And now down.
I've taken care of the criminals for now. I'll be escorting them back to Sumeru City shortly. I was only fulfilling my duty. You all did well.
Sino seems like a completely different person when he's working.
All right. Goodbye for now.
Oh, wait! I still want to interview the champion of the Sumeru Regional Tournament!
All right. Go ahead.
Tell me, Mr. Sino, what were your thoughts about the tournament? And did you have anything to say about the treasure hoarder incident?
Genius Invocation TCG is a very good game. But to me, it's not just a game. It's an art form. It allows people to meet others, make friends, and experience the joy of dueling together. I hope everyone can have the chance to experience the fun of playing this game.
Great answer. That'll be a perfect ending for my news piece.
Therefore, I assure you that I will personally bring judgment to any criminals out there with the delusions of desecrating this game with their evil plans. No matter where you run or where you hide, you will not escape the punishment of lightning.
Oh, I see. Let's stay calm. No need to get worked up.
Takutnya
Now let
macet.
me think. Not so genius thieves behind mysterious treasure chest card back plot finally.
Got decked. You get it? Like car.
Yes, that'll work nicely.
These two make quite the team when it comes to words.
Mereka berdua sama
If that's
garingnya.
all, then I should get going.
Ada.
I'll inform the other areas not to be gained by these thieving treasure hoarders. We will.
So in the end, it turned out that the group of card snatchers we were tracking was the treasure hoarders all along. Still feels a little disappointing, though. Paimon thought for sure those card backs would lead us to some valuable treasure.
Don't say that. Think of the bright side. We uncovered a major international crime scheme. Oh, I definitely have everything I need for my exclusive news piece.
If anything, Paimon regrets that we didn't get to see the mysterious inventors of Genius Invocation TCG. It seems everyone can't stop talking about that game. In that case, how would everyone like to join me for a very special delivery? Huh? You mean it's related to Genius Invocation TCG? Mm-hmm. That's right. You'll understand when we get there. I would have invited Saito along too if he wasn't busy with work.
Oh, really? But didn't you say before that you can't disclose customer information?
Yeah, but this time the situation's different. Let's just say this delivery wasn't assigned to me by the company. This package had been sitting at the company for some time because we could never locate the recipient. Even the neighbors didn't know where he went.
Oh, so the company eventually took ownership of the package?
Yep, the holding period passed just last month.
But can't you just return it to the original sender?
Well, it turns out the sender has passed away.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, and I thought both the original sender and intended recipient would be disappointed if this package is left undelivered. So, I took the initiative and started asking around Sumeru in my free time. Eventually, I found out where the recipient went and also learned a little about his past.
Wow, amazing! So who is it?
Well, you'll have to come with me and see. I have a feeling that it'll be good to have some true Genius Invocation TCG players like you come along.
Oh, sounds like another news story brewing. I'll tag along as well. Huh? Oh, now Paimon's really curious. What do you think, Traveler? Shall we join her?
Ya, ikut tentu.
All right, then follow me to Vimara Village.
Ke atasnya lagi. Cuma nge-heal 3 kali
The clues
berarti.
pointed to Vimara Village, but I'm not sure which house they live in exactly. Guess we'll have to ask around.
Any idea what the recipient looks like?
I only know his name is Garvapidum and that he's a scholar from the Academia.
Garvapidum. Got it.
Ya, sidang.
Hi there. Do you know where Garvapidum lives?
I'm afraid I've never heard that name before.
He's a scholar from the Academia.
Oh, yes, there is a scholar around here, but I've never heard anyone go by the name you mentioned. Are you sure you've got the right name? Actually, I'd like to ask him a few questions myself regarding which of the 6 Darshans to join.
Sounds like he doesn't know. Let's go ask someone else.
Maju jalan. Sip. Oh shit. Berenang. Yuk, Arezo.
Hey there! We're looking for a scholar named Garvapitum.
We're looking for someone
Garvapitum?
named
I've
Garvapitum.
never heard of him.
Wait, do you mean that newcomer that arrived a few days ago?
Oh, someone just moved here?
Yes, that's right. He looked pretty anxious, though. Looks like he's struggling to complete a thesis. I've seen him speaking with the village head, probably looking for a place to stay. Vamara Village is the perfect place to take a vacation and relax, which is why I chose to come back here.
Got it, thank you. We'll go talk to the head of the village.
Don't mention it. If life is ever treating you hard, you can always come and live here for a while.
Healing. Apa healing apa? Healing kok ke desa? Kalau healing itu bukan ke desa, healing tuh ke pantai, ke Bali.
Are you the head of the village?
Tuti healing
There's something we'd like to
guys.
ask you about.
Melihat yang
Yes, that's me.
cakep-cakep.
Go ahead.
Do you know where a scholar by the name of Garvapitum lives? We'd like to talk to him.
Garvapitum. Ah, that must be him.
You know him?
Yes, I do. He came here to
Dia
rent a
datang ke
place
sini
to
mau
stay.
sewa rumah,
He said he
perlu
needed to
istirahat dan
unwind a bit.
relaksasi.
But hardly anyone's ever seen him come out since he moved in. He doesn't seem to be very outgoing. I don't know if that's his way of unwinding, but I'd say he's just keeping himself cooped up. Are you friends of his?
Yeah, you could say that.
Her tails are moving again. Is that what happens whenever she tells a lie?
Buntutnya goyang. Kenapa ya tulisannya buntut bukan ekor?
I was
Kak?
thinking that it'd be good for some friends to check up on
Tipe
him.
mulu ini yang
He's
satu
staying
Indo
up
ini.
above. Look for the house in the corner. You should be able to find him there.
Great, thank you very much.
Don't mention it. I just want to see people who come here be happy.
Fresh motherfucker.
This is the place.
Hello,
Let's try knocking and
Assalamualaikum.
see if he answers. Hello? Anybody home? We're looking for Garvapitum.
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Hello, Mr. Garvapitum. I'm Kirara. I have a delivery from Komania Express.
Delivery from Konya
I'm afraid the
Express.
package is quite late.
A package
Paket
for me.
buat aku
Yes,
bukan.
it's from a Mr. Gulab.
Telat galor. Kagak, gue baru mulai.
Gulag.
Santai aja Bang Yanto. Tadi barusan ada Bang Kengkong tuh.
Seems your friend submitted the package to our company before he passed.
Friend. Some friend I am. There was nothing I could do about his illness.
Sedang
And I
menikmati
wasn't
story
by his
Bang
side
Yanto.
during the last moments of his life.
Don't say that. After all, you and Gulab are the creators of Genius Invocation TCG. I'm sure Gulab would have been happy to know how popular the game has become.
Say what? He's one of the creators of Genius Invocation TCG?
Terus kenapa lu?
Why? What?
If you don't mind,
Ah,
perhaps you
drama
could talk to us
Korea
about it.
anjir.
It would probably help you feel better.
Why? Kenapa? Suara gamenya kegedean. Oke, tak kurangin.
You're right. Maybe I should tell you.
Nah segini ya.
You really wouldn't mind listening?
Tapi kecil anjir di sininya, Cok.
Alright then. It's not much of a story, really.
Kegedean nggak suaranya nih? Halo, Bang Yanto.
I knew Gulag
Soalnya
ever since
kedengeran sama guanya
we
kecil
were
ntar.
classmates and grew up together. Other than the bandages on his arms,
Kalau
you
tidak
could
lihat
hardly tell
perban di
he had
tangannya,
those
tidak akan ada tahu
He
deh.
was always
Ceria, cinta
positive,
damai dan baik
peaceful,
hati.
and kind.
Baik hati dan tidak sombong ya.
Later, we both entered the academia. He became
Dia jadi
the
gastur,
tallest Gastur.
tuan his, tua hatis, tua.
If I remember correctly,
Tuatis.
that's a pretty high position.
Udah sip sih Bang. Oke,
Yes,
thank you.
really was
Dari
that
tadi aku nanyain ke Bang itu Kengkong, dia nggak jawab soalnya.
But
Takutnya kan
before long,
kegedean atau gimana.
the Elazar got worse.
Soalnya aku juga ingin
Led to some
ngedengerin
serious
suaranya gitu.
complications.
Kecil banget,
After
Cok.
that, he became bedridden. He received treatment in the hospital, but had to abandon his research. I would go see him in the hospital every
Aku
day,
menjenguknya tiap hari
even
padahal
though he said
dia bilang
there
tidak
was
usah
no need for
sering-sering.
me to visit so often.
He must have been worried that he was taking time from your own research.
I know, but I couldn't bear to just leave him.
Iya, by
like
the
that.
way, gimana kabarnya? Baik,
He was
Bang Yanto.
clearly the smarter of the two of us. We would have some
Kami
free
selalu punya
time
waktu kosong
whenever
setiap
we
kali aku
visited
menjenguknya,
him.
kemudian
So
kita
we took some cards
menggambar
and started
kartu.
painting them.
Menggambar
Over time,
kartu atau bermain
those cards
kartu?
became the basis for Genius Invocation TCG.
Wih,
It's not only a game.
dan bukan sekedar
When
permainan.
we were
Waktu
designing,
merancangnya,
I
aku masukkan sedikit
deliberately
unsur teori
incorporated
pengetahuan
some
alam.
theoretical knowledge
Gak main
of the
ML Bang,
elements.
kagak
I
dulu.
was originally waiting for him to recover.
Ntar
So we
kayak
studied
kemarin
the
lagi,
subject together.
keluar masuk Cok. 3 kali gua live streaming gagal terus Cok.
Dad, Genius Invocation.
Itu bakal mati sendiri nih HP, restart,
I know it was all in my
megang coolernya gua. Panas banget
but
Cok,
to be honest,
sumpah.
without Gulag, what meaning does the game have anymore?
Garvapitum, perhaps you should see what your friend sent you in the package.
Oh, right. What's this? A letter?
My dear friend, you must be wondering
Kata-kata buat hari ini Lord,
letter like this.
gimana ya?
It's because
Hey,
Kata-kata
Gulag,
buat
I'm
hari
here.
ini tuh
How you feeling today?
sampaikanlah
I gotta tell you, I had
apa
an
yang
idea for
disampaikan
another card last
kepadamu.
night.
Jangan kau tutupi, apalagi kau korupsi
What's that
gitu.
you're writing?
Seperti halnya si siapa tuh namanya yang kucing tadi tuh? Lupa.
Okay. Anyway,
Seperti
I'll
Kirara ya. Yang kirim paket udah meninggal tapi dia tetap mengantarkan paketnya sampai ke tempat tujuan ya. Tidak dikorupsi atau diambil, apalagi dibuka kartunya.
Besides, I can't stand
Intinya
most of the
sampaikan
folks at the
sesuatu yang
academia
disampaikan
anyway.
kepadamu,
Hey,
jangan kau korupsi,
it's your turn.
apalagi kau ingkari gitu. Amanat itu sulit dicari ya bos ya. Ingkar amanat,
Gulag, are you okay?
balasannya neraka bos.
Garvapitum, you must
Itu
understand.
dari gua.
My Elazar.
Hey, don't talk like that. You just need some more rest.
Kayak Pak Ustadz deh gue.
It's because you
Yeah.
won't come to terms with the fact that I don't have long left.
Lah, lu kok nyepam? Udah kan tadi gue udah kirim kan? Udah ngomong gua.
Popular here in the hospital.
Really? That's great news.
Yeah. I've even made a device to help people find other players nearby.
Jangan panggil Lord lah. Panggil biasa aja MT.
This way, you'll be able to keep playing even after I'm...
Just stop!
Like
You're gonna
tadi
get better, you
muter-muter.
hear me?
Oh,
I don't need this
muter-muter.
thing. I don't want it.
Ya diulang aja itu
I imagine
live-nya.
the casket of tomes I gave
Mundurin
you is
sedikit.
probably gathering dust in a corner somewhere. So,
last gift to you. I'm sorry that I
Jadi ini
don't
hadiah
give it to
terakhir
you
dariku
now.
untukmu. Wes,
Do you remember when we
saya
first
ingat
met?
waktu kita pertama bertemu.
You were the only one willing to be friends with the kid with Elazar. Now, it's my turn to help you make some new friends. This way,
Yang begini
I'll always
namanya
be
siapa
by
bang?
your side,
Emang bener.
my
Siapa?
friend.
Gua MT, sebut aja MT. Itu udah nama gua, singkatan itu.
Gulab. That rascal. He was always this way.
Ya kalau mau nyebut ya Tur aja udah.
I haven't played much Genius
Bang
Invitation
Tur
myself.
kayak atau Tur gitu.
All I know is that it has brought joy to
Ya
a
itu
lot
nama
of
gua
people.
MT, Muhammad
As a
Turmudi itu.
true TCG player put it, the game allows many people to meet others,
Ya sebut aja
friends,
Tur.
and experience the joy of dueling together.
Takut kepanjangan.
That's right.
Nah gitu Tur aja udah.
Hand on our journeys recently.
Ntar panjang banget,
Tell you
coy.
those stories
Mending
if
Tur
you're
aja.
interested.
Kalau dilanjutin Turu ya rapapa, Turu.
You're right.
Asal jangan dikasih K ujungnya. Porno.
Gulab.
Gulab.
Is that what you were thinking when you left this letter?
Gulab.
I've always kept your casket of tomes with me.
Anak
You've been
laki-laki
so
atau
special
anak
for you to
budak
draw me a card
gulam.
like this. What a waste it
Ini
is to
gulab.
never have used it. If he were here now, I know he'd say,
Ya banati,
Hey,
ya
friends, how about a game of Genius Invocation TCG? Well, what do you say?
ماذا يؤام ماذا يؤام
Gossip Hidden seems to be feeling better. Connor even saw him crack a smile when he was playing just now. It always takes time to heal from pain from the past, but I think this is a good start for his road to recovery.
Ya, untung Kirara masih simpan paket itu, padahal tadinya nggak bisa dikirim tuh kan.
When my boss asked
Kita
me to
tiru
compare it,
Kirara,
I had
seorang
a
pengantar
feeling that it must
paket.
somehow be delivered.
Walaupun pengirimnya udah meninggal, dia bakal tetap ngirimin paket kepada penerima.
Would you say that was your yokai intuition?
Itulah yang dia namakan dengan amanah ya guys ya.
I'm not sure.
Jika kita disampaikan amanah itu harus dijaga dengan baik, jangan sampai khianat.
Anyway, I think this is where we'll say goodbye.
Ya sama sih seperti orang tua, misalkan orang tua kita kan memberi kita uang buat sekolah, apa jangan dikorupsi. Ngomongnya ada bayaran tapi nggak dibayarin, itu khianat kepada orang tua
I
guys.
still haven't had
Jangan
the
ya.
chance to interview you two all this time. After all that we've witnessed on this journey together, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Dikasih duit buat belajar malah buat main game. Siapa tuh kira-kira?
Yeah, we'll never see the game the same way. That means a lot more to us
Ya beda
now.
lagi kalau misalkan uangnya uang kalian
I'll be
gitu.
sure to work your comments into my
Kalian kerja, dulunya kerja punya tabungan di rumah. Nah itu yang nggak masalah.
Copy of the Steamberg when you visit Fontaine.
Dan kalau lihat kamu live aku ngantuk terus ya tidur.
I should get ready to head back.
Wajar, orang live streamingnya juga gabut gua. Nggak ada musik. Kalau misalkan dikasih musik ya paling selawatan gua.
Will do. Not sure we'll all see each other again.
Ada sih selawatan gua.
And maybe we'll play Genius
Kalau mau tanya
Invocation
jawab
TCG
silakan,
if we have
nggak
the
masalah.
chance.
Tentang Genshin kayak apa kayak mau review atau gimana. Wih selesai. Yo Mas Z ini sudah selesai ya. Wah gak dapet, cuma dapat kartu doang. Bolak-balik kamera cok. Kita lanjut cerita kafe ya guys ya. Sesuai dengan yang di thumbnail. Kita lanjut ceritanya Bang Kafe nih. Abang-abang yang serasa terzolimi ya, Bang Kafe ini. ngobrol aja, tulis kayak apa gitu. Ya kalau ngantuk banget ya tidur lah, nggak masalah aku. Kayak Bang Cafe ini tidur nih.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever. Oh, hey, I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. It's no...
Tadi lihat semua ya. Pada sudah tersenyum.
I made sure to double check that nobody I knew was around. Anyway, thanks for...
Ya udah Bang, numpang tidur Bang. Oke, siap, tidur aja dulu. Jaga kesehatan ya. Thank you udah mampir nih. Santai aja gua mah.
Boss, I'll have a glass of wine, same as last time. Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
Wine and a glass of juice coming right up.
Sering mabok ini si Cafe anjir.
I know you're already keeping a secret from me, but if you could add this one to the list as well, I'd really appreciate it. Arguing with a client is not a good look for me. If word gets out,
Bang
other potential clients might be afraid to work with you. That guy,
Kalau tidak
what's he even going
bobo
on about?
digigit
All those
kebo.
ridiculous demands of his? He's just a blabbering fool trying to act like a know-it-all. Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till someone has to carry me out.
You got it, sir. I gotta say, though, it almost feels like you're saying that every other day now.
It really is every other day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style. If this was in the past, I'd never have gone through 6 whole drafts trying to accommodate the client's preferences. But perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I've worked on so many projects. I would spend a lot of... I suppose, though, all of this makes...
Here's your drink.
Boss, what do you think is...
The meaning of... Anyway, I don't...
What do you think, Trap? Yes, art shouldn't be self-indulgent entertainment saved for the elite. Let's say that I built a house for someone. If they don't like how it looks, then no matter how brilliant it may appear to me, they won't be happy with it. The problem is that it can be very difficult to get validated by others. I could compromise my personal standards to accommodate my clients, but often that just means creating a final product that I would struggle to look at. Thanks for offering, but you've seen how he is. He's not going to listen to anything I say. He understands nothing
Saya
about my
tidak paham
design. And all the suggestions he made were as if he just wanted to mock me. Okay, it is possible that I was just jaded by my frustration. Well, given I'm already on my 6th draft, I can probably push myself to make a 7th. Let's go have another talk with him. I know where we'd be able to find the guy. There's no time to waste. The wine can wait until another time. I'll go take care of the bill.
Aku akan bayar dulu. Oke, siap Bang Cafe. Abang-abang yang sering tersiksa, si paling tersiksa. Udah mah hidup satu rumah masih ala hitam. Duh, mata gue sakit sebelah, cok. What the hell, jauh bos. Di karavan kah? Oh bukan, di Ormos anjir. Terlalu cerah ini, harus dikurangin gitu. Asli. Lagi jalan.
Cave, what are you doing here? I've changed my mind. I was overreacting earlier. Can we try discussing the project some more?
My apologies as well. Now that I think about it, some of my requests were indeed a bit unreasonable. If I choose you to create the design for my project, I should have a bit more faith in your vision.
Thank you for understanding. Mutual trust is the basis for good communication. Now that we've got that out of the way, I think we can have a more productive conversation. To be perfectly honest, your commission request has been the most peculiar one I've ever received. Even now, I still know nothing about the building's intended purpose. All I know is that you want to build something in the desert for public use. I am aware that overly specific requests will restrain the architect's artistic freedom. However, knowing nothing about the intended purpose of the building also means I have no idea if I'm on the right track. I've produced several draft proposals for you to choose from. You've rejected every single one. If we don't get on the same page, it could be a decade before we can finally break ground on this project.
Yes, I've given this some thought already. I think we can go with the general direction of the latest proposal that you just showed me. It's just...
Just what?
Putting the building design aside, can we get some less expensive materials for the floor tiles? Yeah, I know someone in the business, and the red bricks he sells can go for pretty cheap.
Harganya bisa kasih murah, kalian juga rasanya mesti cari substitusi.
Please give me a moment. My head's starting to hurt again. Just please hold on for a second. So, let me get this straight. You want to reduce the cost of the project, right? But if we implement your suggestions,
Sapa
I'm
aku
afraid we
dong
have to
bang,
scrap the entire
wes.
design.
Ahmad Sobari nih.
Di
Gimana Ahmad? Di sana lu udah enakan belum kerja? Gak ada masalah kan?
High-end timber for this section because the weight-bearing structure requires the supporting materials to be durable and strong. Same with the tiles. Switch them out and the entire mural will have to be redesigned. More importantly, if we make such a change, both its practical functionality and aesthetic value will take a great hit. If all you need is a building with a roof that can keep people dry in the rain, you shouldn't have commissioned me. Many architects would be able to build you one of those while charging far less in commission fees.
Actually, Please tell me, are you absolutely sure that there's no room for any changes in this draft of the design?
I think the most important thing for me is to understand what you would actually like to get. If you could tell me
Aku
more
pengen
about
main
your
Genshin
vision,
Impact tapi HP ku
I might
RAM
be able to work with
216
the
kagak
design
bisa lah.
some more. You are the
Upgrade
client,
dulu
after
HP-nya
all.
Mad.
You
Bang
should have
Ahmad.
the final say on how the project turns out.
Kalau bisa sih main di PC.
Something unique, something quiet and warm.
Cuma mending kerja aja sih kalau menurutku mah.
Block out the world outside.
Kerja aja, udah fokus kan kamu udah keluarga atau jangan kebanyakan main HP.
Everything that's going on outside of the building and just focus on the task at hand.
That's a bit more information than last time, but it's still extremely vague. To put it another way, every rich person who wants to build a mansion for
Udah balik
themselves
belum lu, Man?
requests something like this. We've gone through many proposals, and
Ntar
this
gue
draft
balik
is
dah
already
ke
the cheapest
Subang lagi
one.
gue.
Cutting costs by substituting building materials
Kalau
will
lu
not
balik.
only detract from the overall effect of the building, it also won't save you much more in the grand scheme of things.
Thank you for giving it so much thought. Please give me some more time to
Belum lah, wih. Yo, udah semangat ya Mad ya. Semangat kerjanya, moga-moga dilancarkan rezekinya oleh Allah SWT ya. Mencari rezeki itu susah ya. Walaupun UMR-nya gede ya, kita mikirin keluarga juga kan.
I also have a similar feeling. Is that really okay? I mean, what he does now is none of our business. He does seem really suspicious, though. He dresses like a rich
Baju dan
person,
gayanya
but
sih
when you
mencirikan
talk to
orang
him,
kaya tapi ngomongnya
he hardly
beda.
sounds the part. That's actually pretty common. Not all rich people are spendthrifts. Many are just, as if not more, stingy than him. The more mora some people have, the more they love interfering with people's lives. I constantly reminding you
Quotes hari ini, makin banyak duit seseorang, makin hobi juga dia ikut campur kehidupan orang lain. Misalnya nagih hutang terus-terusan dan nagih uang sewa tiap hari. Nah,
Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not even sure this person really wants to work on this project with me. Putting his vague requests aside, he's still finding excuses to procrastinate even when we've decided on a plan. Who knows how long
kalau begini sih
construction will
proyeknya
take
mau
if he
selesai
keeps
kapan?
delaying
Coba
things like
mending
this.
cari dia lagi, minta
We
jawaban
should
yang
find
jelas,
him again
semakin
and get
cepat
some
mulainya
clearer
semakin baik.
answers. The sooner we
Lah,
can
mau
break ground on
dijejek
this, the
terus
better.
loh. Yoi mas deh, aduh di mana nih? Mengajar klien.
Huh? Where did he go? I could have sworn he went this way. Let's keep looking.
Mau mencari di area sekitar dengan kafe, tapi tidak Badawi.
Hey, look! Isn't that Badawi? Sure looks like him, but he's dressed completely different now. What is he up to?
Didn't I tell you before? I'm not looking for more workers. Plus, aren't you a bit old for physical labor? If something happens to you, I won't be able to pay for it.
Oh, you won't have to worry about that. I grew up as an Aramite mercenary and worked in the desert my entire life. My body's still in great shape. I don't have many talents, but I still have my muscle. If you need someone to unload goods or drive away sumpter beasts, I'm your man.
You used to be an Aramite mercenary?
I know there are a lot of bad apples in our ranks, but most are just trying to make a living. We're not that greedy by
Oh,
nature.
cuma ingin mencari nafkah.
We'll
Kamu
do
bukan
our
orang
best,
masyarakat dan
give
kamu
it a
selalu
job.
berusaha. Badawi.
Let me think.
Kayak ingat selawatan ya?
I'm sorry, but I still can't take you in. I don't have any open positions right now and don't have the mora for anything more. How about this? Why don't you try your luck somewhere else?
Okay. He used to be a member of the Aramites.
Anjay.
Huh. The way
Dia
he
mantan
was
Aramite.
dressed, I would have thought he was a merchant from the rainforest. Let's ask him about it. We meet again.
Huh? Why are you guys here?
That's what we wanted to ask you. Who are you? Why did you dress up like a merchant to talk to me about our project? There's no need for us to continue this project if you still want to keep hiding things from us. I don't work with individuals I can't trust.
Believe me, I didn't have any bad intentions. It's just... All right, there's no point hiding anything anymore. The building I'm trying to commission you for is not really a personal residence for me, but rather a library for children living in the desert.
A library? Funded entirely by yourself? Shouldn't this be the responsibility of the academia? I've heard that the academia will be looking to prioritize the desert with the allocation of educational resources and materials. It sent over a large shipment of regular goods just last month.
You're right, and I was aware of these happenings as well. I just figured what I want to do is a separate effort from what's already being done by the academia. The desert is too vast. Even if the academia spends a lot of effort trying to disseminate knowledge in those parts, it might still take decades, if not centuries, to reduce the educational gap that already exists between the two regions. And what's more, I
Aku
don't
juga
know if
tidak
the
tahu apakah
academia
akademia
would
akan
ever
berubah pikiran
reverse
atau
its
tidak ke
stance in the
depannya.
future. All I know is that
Yang aku
as
tahu
a
cuma
desert
penduduk
dweller,
para pasir tidak
we should
boleh
not
diam
only
saja menunggu
passively
rezeki
for
turun
good
dari
things to
langit.
happen to us. If we only did that, we'd never be able to stand up and hold our heads high. I don't have much longer left on this world, so I just want to use whatever time I have to contribute something to my homeland. I didn't want you to know that I came from the desert. I've lived in the desert my entire life, and there wasn't anyone here that I could
Jadi ibaratnya
trust.
tuh dia ingin berguna bagi
I needed as much
bangsanya
safety as
gitu.
I could get.
To the point that you even even disguised your identity? That's certainly taking playing it safe to the next level. Hold on. Don't tell me you've also been scammed before.
When I first came to Sumeru's city, I brought a lot of Mora, hoping to find an architect that I could work with. Someone agreed to take on the project, and even took a sum of Mora from me, but then disappeared without a trace. After that, I heard that there are a lot of untrustworthy people in this business. Some would run as soon as they've been paid, while others would deliberately use expensive materials and take a cut of the construction funding. I spent a while collecting information in the city, and eventually learned that you're the most famous architect in all of Sumeru. I figured that you wouldn't need to make Mora by scamming people, so I decided to reach out to you. By the way, how did you know I was scammed? I don't think I've ever mentioned that to anybody.
Just a hunch. A while ago, I accepted an offer to work on a project in the desert, and was also scammed out of a large sum of Mora. I ran into someone who was living in a pretty run-down house. I noticed a load-bearing wall on the verge of collapse, and suggested that I build a new house for him. He said that he had no way to pay for it, so I loaned him some of my own Mora, and told him to get some stone and timber from the local vendors. Soon after that, I found out that he had gone
Kalah
gambling
judi,
with all the money,
astaga.
lost
Dikasih
everything.
uang bukannya buat beli bahan bangunan, malah
After
judi.
that, he even borrowed Mora from me twice more, using a different excuse each time. I didn't even suspect him of any wrongdoing until he hired a group of mercenaries and tried to ambush me in his own house. According to him, I looked like an easy target because I was an academia scholar who didn't have any family or friends in the desert. What kind of person would just look at someone else and think, this guy looks like an easy target?
Those kinds of things do happen every once in a while, yes. Folks like him are the exact reason why us desert dwellers' reputation have gone down the drain. I must apologize to you on their behalf.
It's all
Tidak
right.
apa, atau kamu
You
juga
were
pernah
also
ketipu
scammed
sama
by
orang
someone from
Sawer.
Kasharwar after all. I should apologize to you on their behalf. Ultimately, neither of our experiences had anything to do with the desert or the rainforest. People who are new to an area are always easy targets for criminals. Yeah, you'll find both good and bad people everywhere. I can't understand the logic of those who like to take advantage of others, but I have to accept their existence as a fact of life. Anyway, I digress. Let's return to the topic at hand. Did you keep rejecting my designs because you thought I was deliberately using expensive materials to take a cut as a middleman?
That's what I was afraid of initially, yes. I eventually understood that you weren't out to cheat me. But unfortunately, I still don't have nearly enough Mora to pay for the design you proposed. I've done the math and know that we should be able to make it if we cut some corners. However, after our conversations, I can see that you're passionate about your design, and I'm quite fond of the proposal as well. So, I decided to try and see if I can afford your proposal as is.
Dan dalam sebulan
I've
pasti
been
bisa
looking
ketemu
for work
uangnya.
every day, and in another month, I should be able to cobble together enough Mora to meet the budget.
By cobbled together, you mean you're going to spend your entire life savings on this project? But then, what will you do if something unexpected comes up, and you find yourself stuck with no emergency fund?
To be honest, I haven't really thought about that. I mean, when you've lived to be my age and something happens, you can't really call it unexpected anymore. All I want is to
Sekarang
build
ini
this
aku cuman
library
ingin
before
perpustakaan
I
itu
leave
bisa
this
jadi
world,
sebelum usiaku
so that the
habis.
children of the future would have some books to read, and the desert dwellers
Ini amal
would be
ibadah
able to
ya, amal
learn their
ibadah yang
letters and pick up
bakal
some
ngalir
practical
terus ini.
knowledge. A while ago, I heard that the academia had decided to recruit a number of exceptional children from the desert. Of course, this is welcomed news. But as someone who spent their entire life in the desert, I still have a few concerns. I know the desert life, and can predict what the
Udah bisa
problems will
tebak
be.
masalah macam apa yang akan terjadi.
Many children from the desert have had neither the interest nor the proper environment to learn. So even if the academia would take them in, once they
Begitu
enter
masuk
the
sekolah
halls,
pasti
they
langsung
might
ketemu
find
anak-anak lain
themselves
yang
surrounded
berbeda dan
by
kelakuan
other
berbeda.
children
Mungkin
who
mereka
look
bakal
and act
ikut-ikutan.
very differently from them. And as a result, they might become socially isolated.
Yes, I can imagine that. My father passed away at an early age. Even though I had a good number of
Tapi
friends
kadang
during my
saya
years at the
terasa ada
academia,
tatapan manusia
for
yang
some
tidak suka
time I
yang
still
diarah
sensed many critical looks
yang
in my
diarahkan
direction.
kepadaku.
I'm sure a child coming all the way from the desert will have an even harder time. But let's bring this back to the building itself. I think you said that you want this building to be quiet and warm, with its doors serving as a solid barrier to block out the sound and fury outside, and allow one to focus on the book in their hands. Building it according to the current plan will be quite costly. Even if I don't charge you any commission fees, I don't think we'd be able to keep it under your budget. Any ideas on what we can do? Sponsor the project? You mean convince wealthy merchants to join our cause and pool their money together to build the library? That does make sense. The library is a big project. It's going to be hard to fund it with just a single person's mora. What do you think? If we can find others to sponsor the project, we could potentially increase the size of the building 2 or 3-fold.
Ngantuk.
It's all fine with me, but where do you think we'll be able to find these sponsors?
Well, you're right. If I really think about it, I'm not too familiar with many big-name merchants. Her? Hard pass. With her shrewd and greedy personality, she would never put Mora into something like this. Now there's an idea. She probably won't say no if all she'll need to do is to make some introductions instead of spending Mora. Let's go and pay her a visit.
Ke Dori kan suka Mora banget, cok. Kikir anjir. Nah, gak kena. Udah.
Oh, now here's some unexpected guests. What brings you to the palace of Alcazar's? When I saw Kaveh,
Waktu
I almost
lihat
thought
ada
it must be
kafe,
that type
kirain
of
sudah
other
waktunya.
cat. Sadly for me, I must wait a few more days before I can collect my shiny Mora.
Hey, can't you think of something else for a change? You are literally living in an objet d'art, and yet your mind is still fixated on nothing but Mora? What is the point of wealth, anyway? Is your happiness entirely dependent on your hoard of cold, emotionless Mora?
That's exactly right. Mora is extremely valuable, you see. If you don't
Mora tidak ada duanya. Lu minta aja Carson Geot, coba aja ketemu Mora.
If you ask me, this place is still way too empty. Just give me some time and I'll fill it to the brim with lots and lots of Mora.
You're hopeless.
Oh, so you have an actual reason to visit me? All right, well, let's hear it. Merchants? Why? Is there some kind of business opportunity? Oh, I see. So you're just looking for someone to help you fit the bill.
I knew you wouldn't be interested in something like this. Still, you wouldn't refuse just making some introductions for us, would you?
Sure, I can connect you with some folks, but with every service comes a fee, you know.
A fee? You mean just for introductions?
Of course, making introductions
Kan
means just
serius
making
itu kan
connections
artinya
and
nama
putting
baik
my
jadi
reputation on the
taruhan
line.
penting itu.
Why wouldn't I charge a fee for something
Nah,
so important?
makanya jangan
Since we've known
apa
each other for so
tawar-menawar
long
dengan
now,
pedagang yang
I'll give
ahli
you a
ini.
huge returning
Susah
customer
ntar.
discount.
Kita sudah kenal lama.
How 500,000 Mora.
500,000? I guess that's okay.
But why are you charging a fee before we've even secured any funding? That just doesn't seem right. Besides, by helping us out, you'd be doing a great service to the public. Can't you take your mind off your Mora even for just 1 second and focus on something far more important?
Very well. Since you're so passionate about this project, I'll help you out and waive the introduction fees. 3 of my business partners came by earlier today to discuss some things with me, and they still haven't left yet. I'll arrange a meeting for you, and just so we're clear, it'll be up to you to present your project and discuss any deals.
Thank you so much.
You can wait here. I'll bring them over to you.
Rub.
Dory gave us a brief introduction about the two of you. You are Kaveh, the
Sipu.
renowned architect, and you are the traveler. Practically all of Teyvat has heard of you by now. To be frank, I don't feel like there's an obvious business opportunity here. But since Dory took the time to introduce you, we can spend some time to have a conversation. So,
All right, here's the situation. I've been commissioned to build a library in the desert, with the intended goal of allowing the desert dwellers to have more access to reading materials.
So it's a public welfare project.
Correct.
Then the commission fees will likely be very low. You should be careful.
I'm not too concerned about how much I'll get for the commission fees, actually. I'm fine with doing it for free. I just want to get this project rolling as soon as possible. We're just a little short on funding.
so what? You can't possibly expect that we just cover the shortfall for you. Besides, what does a library in the desert have to do with us? If you want to build it yourself with your own Mora. Seems simple enough to me.
Hey, there's no need to be so harsh. They are Dory's associates after all. Here, can you tell us a bit more about what we can gain from sponsoring this project? So we'd mostly be doing it for reputation and exposure?
Kayaknya
There's
exposure
some
dong.
value to that. It could make doing business in the desert a bit easier.
Well, just speaking for myself, I've got nothing in the desert.
I also have a concern. It feels like there's not much to
Ya
profit
tidak
from
ada,
in the
tapi
short
reputasi
term.
yang didapat
But
nantinya
in the
juga
long term, the reputation
tidak
gain
setara
also
dengan biaya
doesn't
yang
sound like it'd
dikeluarkan.
offset the cost of the sponsorship.
Then how
Tawar
about
menawar
this?
ya.
What if, instead of building a single library, we commit to an entire complex of buildings dedicated to culture and education?
Wouldn't that just cost more?
Yes, but in that case... Mr. Kaveh, please tell us what you have in mind.
I'll just give an example. If we were to build a library and a school near Aru village, then the desert dwellers would gradually begin to migrate towards the area. A whole suite of buildings will be able to host more traffic, and thus drive the economic development of the entire area. In turn, that would lead to direct business opportunities. I've been to the desert several times. Although there are still many lingering tensions between the two regions, the amount of interaction has been
Waktu mendekat
steadily
juga ke
increasing,
depannya bulan
and in
pasti.
the long term, the desert will only become more and more important to Sumeru.
You do have a point.
Education in the desert is indeed an industry that is not
Pendidikan di
been
padang
tapped
pasir
into.
ini memang
If we
bidang
can be
yang
the
bergarap
first to
kalau
place
kita bisa
stakes
jadi
in the area.
pilihan.
And you just believe anything he tells you?
Even the greenest amateurs know that urban planning will affect population flow. If you don't
Jadi
believe me,
pemikiran kafe
you
itu
can ask anyone
mencakup
on the
masa
street to
depan ya.
confirm it
Jadi
to you.
kalau sekiranya kita ingin menanamkan modal itu lebih baik dari awal. Nah, kalau dari awal kita sudah menanam modal, terus menabung, terus menginvestasikan modal tersebut buat usaha yang selagi yang akan membooming ke depan. Kayak kita misalkan investasi ke orang yang berjualan atau pembangunan publik gitu, kayak toilet, kayak dapat syuting dan lain-lain itu bakal kepake terus, bakal ada iklan-iklan dari kita. Mereka tidak apa tuh namanya, mereka tidak serta-merta menawarkan meminta jasa kepada kita kecuali akan dibalasnya dengan baik. Barang siapa berbuat baik maka akan dibalas baik pula kan. Walaupun sebesar biji sawi itu bakal dibalas pula. Kita sedekah 1 biji, kita bakal dapat kembaliannya itu 1 biji lagi kalau kita ngambil dalil dari kitab suci ya. Tapi masa sih dikasih 1 lagi, pasti banyak lah. Pedagangnya juga mikir ke depannya ada masalah gimana gitu. Ini yang bikin game ini agak seru itu dimasukkan unsur-unsur ekonomi, politik dimasukkan. Wah, udah kebablasan.
Great timing. I pretty much heard all I want to hear. If there are no other urgent matters, I'll be on my way.
I'll be off as well. If you have any new ideas, please feel free to reach out.
It seems like the others are not interested in funding this, so no point in me doing this on my own. Let's revisit this another time.
Hey, guys, wait! Well, what can I say? I guess it went somewhat as expected. They are Dory's friends, after all. As soon as they heard that there's not much more in this for them, they lost all interest. Yeah, it's just another day doing business with people.
Itulah dunia bisnis ya, emang kayak gitu, keras cok. Kita harus tawar-menawar dengan pedagang yang pemikirannya itu bisa mencakup ramalan masa depan. Biasanya pedagang itu memikirkan resiko sama keuntungan, laba dibandingin sama resiko yang akan kita dapat itu gimana gitu. Jadi orang yang mau kita investasikan itu bakalan susah banget menegonya tuh. Kayak kita mencari sponsor tapi sponsornya tuh bakal perhitungan gitu. Apa yang kita dapat dari mendanai proyek kita, proyek kamu gitu. Pasti minta terus. Ya perhitungan lah ibaratnya tuh. Orang dagang pasti perhitungan. Gak mungkin orang dagang tidak perhitungan, pasti perhitungan. Kayak gua. Orang waras manapun tidak akan mau keluar duit buat beginian. Emang soalnya kan pemikiran rendah gitu ibaratnya.
You scammer.
Scammer.
You might want to remember who your creditor is before you start talking like that, Kave.
I'll pay back every last coin that I still owe you, but that's a completely different matter.
All right, since you're so devastated about this, I'll set you up for dinner with another big-name merchant. In fact, I'll be inviting the most famous merchant in all of Sumeru, so I'll be counting on your performance.
What? Really? I would like to sincerely apologize for my attitude.
Nah, kita jangan seperti kafe ya. Kafe itu cepet banget marah. Jadi kalau dalam conversation itu atau dalam perbincangan itu, jikalau kita marah, maka kita akan kalah gitu. Menahan emosi itu lebih baik. Nah, berjalan kita. Siapa nih inventarisnya, siapa nih? Zhongli kah? Tartalia atau siapa yang punya duit banyak di Sumeru? Siapa ya? Di sini tempatnya. Gue ada makanan, Cok.
You said you're going to introduce us to the most famous merchant in Sumeru. Well, where are they?
You still don't get it, huh? The most famous merchant in Sumeru.
Rod sange mabai.
Huh? So you met yourself all along? Then why did you bring us here?
Well, I've given some thought, and the complex of education and culture
curiosity coming from so suddenly? You trying to scam me again?
The reasons are not important to me.
Jangan pikir.
Important is that I'm willing to help you. However, you know just as well as me that once this project actually breaks ground, it'll start sucking more from my pockets like crazy. So, to cut costs.
I get it, I get
Oh
it.
iya, ongkos desain aku
Charge
gratis.
commission fees, and I'll take responsibility for the entire project.
Splendid! Then let's sign the contract right away.
Oke. Berarti nggak macet ya. Lumayan nih. Tuh, kalau begini anak-anak liburan pasti rasanya bisa punya bahan bacaan. Standar hidupnya pasti bisa meningkat.
Of course, there are a few things better
Hal
than
yang
using
lebih
my
mulia
knowledge
daripada
to
menolong
improve
orang,
your
mengubah
efficiency.
nasib pakai pengetahuan yang kita punya.
I
Nah
must
itu
thank
loh.
you as well, Dory.
Menolong orang itu lebih baik atau lebih bahagia ketimbang kita mendapatkan uang, walaupun itu gepokan ya guys ya.
I will also try to pay back my debts as soon as possible. Now, let's have a
Nah
quick
kita bahas
discussion.
dulu sedikit deh.
Where would you want the library to be built?
Mau bikin
That
gimana
would be the
perpustakaan
most
itu bangunan yang paling
important building.
pentingnya.
There's no rush. I'll provide you with a copy of the deed when we get back. You can just use the address on the document to find the lot.
Huh? The deed? So hold on a sec. The person who has been buying up everything around Aru Village was you all along?
Why? Did I not tell you about that?
Aku orangnya.
You're